The season's finally here, and the players...
Hey, football fans, you ready for the gridiron? Thursday and Friday mornings, the Armchair Quarterback Show returns, 9 a.m. Eastern. We'll be talking college and NFL football, the point spreads, fantasy football advice, and more. Want to catch it live? Become a Country Club member today here on Braves Country Radio. We'll make the replay available to the public later on that day, as we're being broadcasted nationwide on independent radio stations. As a member catching it live, you can ask your questions. We'll answer all. Point spread advice, player props, your fantasy football questions. It's the Armchair Quarterback Show, Thursday and Friday mornings this fall here on Braves Country Radio.
He's the armchair quarterback. He's full of beer and he's full of snacks.
Drink like me, you can't drink like me, you can't smoke like me. So don't try and be like me. Let's party together.
There's something kind of about a kid that's never played baseball.
We have been hoodwinked, bamboozled, and flat out deceived.
Why did you get so drunk?
You got drunk. I'm just really exhausted.
What's in that cup?
Rum and Cokes.
Do you have any idea how important this is? We're trying to save the pub cup. Really? This is what you're doing? This is what you're doing?
Baseball is a beautiful thing. It's more beautiful in an old park. It's asymmetrical and quirky. But even in a dome with artificial turf, it's beautiful. The way the field fans out, the choreography of the sport, the pace and rhythm of it, the fact that that pace and rhythm allows for conversation and reflection and opinion and comparison.
In right field, the crowd is tormenting Strawberries, singing Darryl, Darryl. Little roller up along first, behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win. And there's a fly ball deep to left. It's on its way. There it goes, and the Yankees are going to the World Series. Aaron Boone.
Ground ball stabbed by Polk. He has it. He underhands to first for the first time in 86 years. The Red Sox have won baseball world championship. Can you believe it?
It's a pastime, something you do. It's entertainment, something you watch. And it's a shared experience, something you talk about and read about. But you can apply those same three criteria to other things. What makes baseball special is that it's the best game that's ever been devised.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy.
Sure as God made green apples, someday the Chicago Cubs are going to be in the World Series.
A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it in front of Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series. Cubs win. What a lucky break. The good Lord wants the Cubs to win.
How can you not be romantic about baseball?
If baseball is about caring, about loyalty and rivalry,
Braves fans are on their feet hoping for some kind of a bleeder or a seeing-eye single. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball hit high and deep down the right field line. It's going back, back, back. Is it fair? Is it zip, boom, bam, it's gone. Ram-a-lam, ding dong, a 3-run shot, and your Atlanta Braves have taken a 1-1 lead. She's gone, baby!
There's a very peaceful thing. It was created and played in pastures and meadows. There's grass, there's outdoors, there's everything that people thought was American and feel about America you get in a ballpark. And it's the wonder of walking through that dark tunnel and seeing a huge open space where men play the little boy's game.
I believe in the Church of Baseball. I've tried all the major religions and most of the minor ones. I know things. For instance, there are 108 beads in a Catholic rosary and there are 108 stitches in a baseball. I prefer metaphysics to theology. You see, there's no guilt in baseball, and it's never boring. It's a long season and you gotta trust it. I've tried them all, I really have. And the only church that truly feeds the soul day in, day out is the Church of Baseball.
Swung line drive left field. 1 run is in. Here comes Breen. Here's the throw to the plate.
You're in Braves country. If there's a bigger thing going on right now, I don't know what it is. We're down to 1 strike here. Gurriel, the last hope for the Houston Astros. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, bounced over to Dansby. Dansby fires it over to first, and here comes the dog pile. Fire the cannons in the battery. Do the chop all throughout Braves country. Pop that top. Your Atlanta Braves have won it all.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We direct your attention now to home plate.
Please remain standing. We call your attention to our bands here today. They will be jointly directed. And now, another fixture. Our national anthem.
So proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we once were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare bombs bursting gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Play ball!
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to introduce today's teams as participants in this historic game.
All right, you guys, let's listen up. We won a game yesterday. And if we win one today, that's 2 in a row. We win one tomorrow, that's called a winning streak. It has happened before. So let's see some hustle. Let's jack it up a little. I got a feeling things are about to turn around for us.
Hey, Braves Country, Mac McGee here for American Rebel Beer. From the mountains to the prairies to your pint glass with white foam, we're bringing back beer with a backbone. All that matters in our brew is taste and a touch of American excellence. American Rebel Beer, born in the USA.
Down a beer? 7 o'clock in the morning. Scotch?
Hey, howdy, hi, and how the hell are you? Pull up an armchair, girls and boys, and join us for Braves Country Baseball. You're listening live as the Braves are on the road, and we're set to bring you pitch by pitch, play by play of your Atlanta Braves. Hi, I'm Mac McGee. Here's your starting lineups for today's action. Leading off and playing left field for your Atlanta Braves, it's Jurickson Profar. 6 home runs, 19 RBI, 5 stolen bases, batting .245. Batting second, playing first, Matt Olson. 19 home runs, 71 RBI, a .262 clip. Drake Baldwin is behind home plate and batting third. He's got 13 home runs, 52 RBI, a .285 average. Designated hitter, batting cleanup, Marcell Ozuna. 20 home runs, 59 RBI, a .240 clip. Michael Harris II is patrolling center field for your Atlanta Braves and batting fifth. He's got 13 home runs, 59 RBI, 13 stolen bases, batting .246. Batting sixth, playing second, Ozzie Albies. 9 home runs, 44 RBI, 11 stolen bases, batting .222. Vital Brujan is in right field and batting seventh. 3 RBI, 2 stolen bases, a .240 average. Nacho Alvarez batting eighth and playing third. 2 RBI, a .218 average. Nick Allen batting ninth and playing short. Batting .223, 19 RBI, 8 stolen bases. On the mound for your Atlanta Braves tonight, it's Bryce Elder Day. He's 4-9 with a 6.12 ERA and a 1.56 whip. 100 innings, 81 strikeouts, 117 hits allowed, 39 walks, 18 home runs given up. He'll be going head-to-head with Kodai Senga, who's 7-4 with a 2.3 ERA, a 1.24 whip, 94 innings, 88 strikeouts, 70 hits allowed, 47 walks, 9 home runs given up. Backing up the Ghost Fork in the bottom of the first inning, it's Francisco Lindor. He's at shortstop with 21 home runs, a 2.45 average, 64 RBI, 18 stolen bases. Batting second, playing right, Juan Soto. 29 home runs, 69 RBI, 18 stolen bases, batting .251. Brandon Nimmo is batting third and in left field. He's got 20 home runs, 66 RBI, 12 stolen bases, batting .251. Batting cleanup and at first, Pete Alonso. 28 home runs, 98 RBI, 1 stolen base, batting .272. Jeff McNeil batting fifth, playing second. 9 home runs, 35 RBI, 2 stolen bases, batting .250. Cedric Mullins is batting sixth and playing center. 16 homers, 53 RBI, 16 stolen bases, batting .225. Mauricio is the designated hitter, batting seventh. 6 home runs, 10 RBI, a .234 average with 3 stolen bases. Brett Beatty is batting eighth and playing third. 13 home runs, a .236 clip, 38 RBI, 5 stolen bases. Batting ninth behind home plate, it's Torrens. Alvarez getting the night off. 2 home runs, 16 RBI, a .216 clip. Calling balls and strikes behind home plate tonight, it's Mark Rippinger. The first base umpire, Nick Marley. Second base will be manned by Vic Carapazza, and down the third base line, it's Nick Lentz. Game time temperatures here, Citi Field, Queens, New York, 82 degrees with the wind blowing out at about 7 miles an hour. Your Atlanta Braves are plus 156 on the money line, Mets minus 170. The over-under is 8.5. Our pick to click tonight, give me Drake Baldwin. He's never faced Senga before, but no one on the lineup has seen Senga more than 4 times, which was Matt Olson. The Braves lineup, Baldwin, Bruhan, and Allen have never seen him before. Conversely, the Mets lineup have all seen Bryce Elder except for Mauricio and Torrens, and they all have pretty good numbers. Francisco Lindor is 4 for 7 with the homer. Oof. 3 RBI. Juan Soto, 2 for 3 with the homer. Yowza. Pete Alonso, 3 for 8 for a homer. The theme of the night's going to be the Braves got to get some runs. We're going to take your Atlanta Braves to win this one. Might be a lot like last night, where it takes us a while to get going and then blow the doors off of that Mets pitching staff, especially the bullpen, once we get Senga out of there. Los Bravos take down Los Mets 8-5. There's a story behind that. We might have a time to talk about it during the game. Your American Rebel Beer, keys to the game tonight, it's going to be all about getting Senga out of the game. The biggest thing that we have seen with Kodai Senga, and the Braves are going to have to stick to these guns, they're going to have to work the count. He typically goes about 5 innings and gives up very little runs, but he'll have a huge pitch count. It's been his MO for most of the year. So meaning you got to work the count because he's going to try to get you to chase. If you're swinging early and often, I'm talking to you, Ozzy Albies, and I'm talking to you, Baldwin, as you've been getting in some bad habits recently. If you're swinging early and often, you're not going to hit this guy. He's going to get you to chase out of the zone. So you got to work the count. You got to be willing to go deep into the count, and you can get him out of there. And then that Mets bullpen had struggled mightily during their post-trade swoon. With all that being said, we know Bryce Elder's probably going to give up a ton of runs too. So we got to try to get him through 5 innings. That's a big ask. The Braves are going to try to push it as much as they can. Now, they did DFA Carrasco today, bringing in Stratton. Is basically a bullpen type of innings eater. He's not really someone you want to see in the game tonight. If he gets in the game tonight, it means we're probably down by a ton. Bryce Elder's got to go out and be much better than he has recently. He's been averaging going out there and giving up about 5 earned runs and going about 4 innings. That's not going to get it done tonight because this Mets offense, you can poke a lot of holes in the New York Mets and what they've been doing here recently. But one thing is true. The top of that offense we'll say 1 through 6, they can put up runs. And if you leave the ball over the plate, they're going to smack it, and we're going to be chasing them all night long. This feels like a night where Bryce Elder might actually show up. I actually would have liked the reverse matchup and put Waldrop out there tonight and put Elder up against Cleveland tomorrow. But that's not what they decided to go with. They could have, because Waldrop pitched on Saturday, which means he could have gone tonight. But nonetheless, these are the cards that are dealt. Put your click in the chat, slap that like, and let's get ready, Braves Country. We'd like to thank everybody for choosing Braves Country Radio, and a special thanks to all the country club members. Please like on your way in and subscribe, set those alerts, and share Braves Country Radio to help build the crowd so we can continue to bring you the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Well, it's about that time. Grab you a cold one. Find you an armchair. Atlanta Braves Baseball right here on Braves Country Radio. Your modern-day superstation is in its 5th season of bringing you pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves and our one-of-a-kind production. Take us anywhere you go for over 170 Atlanta Braves ball games. Please like and subscribe today. Join the Country Club. Thank you to all the Country Club members. You help support Braves Country Radio.
Get this bus moving. Stop. Come back. Too late.
Roll call! Yeah, roll call!
You're in Braves country.
Good evening, Braves Country! Thank you, Robert, for updating your high school football game like you're Al Bundy. Who gives a crap? All right, let's go. Who do we have in here tonight? I see Robert, Gary the Real McCoy Country Club members, John and Uncle Charlie, my man Nathaniel Brooks, Justin Hightower. Who else do we have in here? JC Country Club member. I know Pete is in here somewhere. With the number 3 pick talking about wanting to draft a 30-year-old running back. Gotta lose again! John, you weren't in there for the show this morning. Gary the Real McCoy, Country Club member. We also have Velvet, Truth Handler. Justin Green. George Pearson. Where's Sleepwalker been? A lot of y'all missed a really good game last night. Hell of a come-from-behind victory. And you should have heard New York City's talk shows this morning. Woo! They had their head in the oven this morning, let me tell you. Bounced around a little bit while I was getting ready for this morning's show, our football show, and I couldn't stop laughing at some of them. See if we missed anybody else in here. James Fisher, good to see you. Went over it in the pregame there a second ago, but I'm telling you, if I heard one person, I heard 5 people talk about it this morning, that evidently the starting pitcher tonight, Kodai Senga, though he's got good numbers, he typically takes a long time to get through each inning, throwing a lot of balls, running the counts up. The Braves have got to do that tonight. If they do it, we're going to win. Trina, good to see you. Royal Pita, there you are. I improved the birthday jingle. We'll probably play it regardless. I was going to see if anybody's birthday was tonight, but we'll probably play it regardless just so you get an idea of what it is. John, I can't remember where you're at in the draft, but it was on the show. We were going to replay the audio. We're going to do it tomorrow. Got stuck doing some stuff for production and didn't have time to play the show because they use the same computer. But anywho, I think I've got the number 4 spot, and I want to say John's right behind me, but I can't remember. I'll have to pull it up here in a second. All right, we'll be back in a flash, pitch by pitch, play by play of those beloved Atlanta Braves. Hey, Braves Country, Mac McGee here for American Rebel Beer. America's patriotic light lager, all natural ingredients. Stand tall, be proud. The perfect beer to celebrate life, liberty, and your pursuit of the American dream. America's patriotic light lager, offering a crisp, clean, bold taste. Perfect beer to celebrate life, liberty, and your pursuit of the American dream. A beer with only 110 calories that tastes like a full-flavored beer and celebrates like freedom. Hey, Braves Country, this is Mac McGee with Braves Country Radio. We are bringing you pitch by pitch, play by play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Join the Country Club today. Help support Braves Country Radio. Join the Country Club today. It helps us bring you more of the game we all love. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Hey, Braves Country, Mac McGee here for American Rebel Beer. From the mountains to the prairies to your pint glass with white foam, we're bringing back beer with a backbone. All that matters in our brew is taste and a touch of American excellence. American Rebel Beer, born in the USA.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the radio news.
Sit quietly and we will control all that you see and hear. There is nothing wrong. You are about to participate in a great adventure. You are about to experience the awe and mystery.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension, a dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both things and ideas. You've just crossed over into
Adventures in Time and Space.
We offer you
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
Hi, folks. Join us now for another Braves ball game. Yes, sir. This is the one we've been waiting for. This is it. This makes you feel like it's spring and baseball. No more measles and free tickets to the circus.
You're in Braves Country.
This is a reminder, disorderly conduct will not be tolerated. Please respect your fellow fan and refrain from any unruly behavior. Failure to comply with these guidelines will result in ejection.
You're in Braves Country.
Robert, let me know if you need me to write you a doctor's note from Dr. McGee. Fantasy football physician. Get you out of that class so you can draft. We're just about set for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play. There's Uncle Charlie. And who else do we have in here? I feel like Tree Nug. I think I got most of y'all, but I'm not 100% sure. Didn't get a ton of sleep the last couple of days because of the times of these games and double headers and rain delays and all that fun stuff. I've got coffee to the gills tonight. I've got an iced coffee with me, and I've got a frozen coffee in the freezer. I thought I did, Charlie. I'm never 100% sure. You know, the thing that surprised me the most for those of y'all who are football fans, I would have thought for sure that there would be football games tonight. They're not. It's weird. They always have Thursday night football games throughout the entire for as long as I can remember throughout the entire preseason. There's at least one, if not multiple, and there's not one tonight. I just assumed there was. Started looking for it in the background to see if there was anything of interest, because most of the teams are playing their guys this week. Nobody's playing tonight. There's 2 tomorrow, and then there's a bunch on Saturday and Sunday. Weird. And then, what are we at? We're on the 14th. Next Saturday, college football begins. Very small slate. And those final NFL preseason games, oof. You get caught watching one of those, you should be put in some kind of insane asylum. Because you're going to have nothing but people playing in those games. They're all going to be, I wish I could remember the term the guy used the other night, but they're all going to be looking for jobs on Monday after that game on Thursday, the last Thursday. He was showing that they had a clip of a guy making a catch on a touchdown. It was the Shedeur Sanders touchdown pass. And there was a defensive back that was right on him, and he just blew it. I had never seen the clip. And the guy said something to the effect when he quote tweeted it that guy's going to be trying to sell me aluminum siding next week or something to that effect. Whatever it was funny as hell. Just about set for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves. Remember, they were doing the Pete Alonso celebration of him breaking the all-time Mets home run records. That's probably what's holding this game up. We are just about set here. Atlanta Braves wearing those Friday Night Reds again. They've worn them a lot on the road this year. They must really be trying to push that. Friday Night Reds with the gray pants. Braves across the chest in navy, outlined in white. Mets are wearing their alternate black uniforms with Mets across the chest. In blue, outlined in orange, black ball cap, interlocking NY. In blue, outlined in orange. Braves will have their navy ball caps with the white A across, representing the city of Atlanta. Bryce Elder on the bump today. We'll go ahead and put the screen up so Doesn't make you nauseous when it starts jostling around. And as soon as they bring us in, we'll bring you in for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves, the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Left to right across the outfield tonight, it's Nimmo, Mullins, and Soto for the Mets. Beatty, Lindor, McNeil, and Alonso around the horn. Luis Torrens is behind the plate. Alvarez with the night off. Kodai Senga will get into his pitch repertoire here in a second. Right-hander. And we're just about set. Yes, sir! It is baseball time in Braves country. First pitch on the way is high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. It looks like we're getting it early tonight, so let's get you in there. 1-0. Chops it over to the right side of the infield. Easy grounder for McNeil to Alonso, 4-3. One away. One up, one down. Kodai Senga. Typically, if you're going to get him, you got to get him early. So first pitch to Olsen is down and away for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Four-seam fastball, top of the zone. 1-1. 1-1 count. Righty-lefty. Senga comes set. Brings it. Teardrop down below the knees. 2-1. Kodai Senga, what you'll see from him, and of course, he's most famous for his ghost fork pitch, which is very similar to a fork ball. The 2-1. Cutter on the outer edge. It's 2-2. He's got a four-seam fastball and a splitter that he throws almost evenly at 60% of the time. A cutter at 20%, slider at 6%, sweeper, sinker, and curveball as the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him with the high heat, 2 away. That fork ball, you'll see it come on your screen as a splitter most of the time. But he calls it a ghost fork. They just don't have any most algorithms to chart it that way, so they chart it off his splitter. First pitch on the way to Drake Baldwin is a swing and a miss. Four-seam fastball, blew it right by him. It's 0-1. Key to the game here is to get that pitch count up on Senga. The 0-1. In the dirt, fork ball. 1-1. And that's your example there of what that looks like. Very much like a splitter. I don't know what the cameras are doing, so we'll set it back behind normal. The 1-1. Swing, lifts it into right center field. Get down, baby. It's down. Down for a base hit, and Drake Baldwin leads us off with a 2-out single to get things going here in the first.
You don't like the Drake?
I love the Drake.
How could you not like the Drake?
Who's the Drake?
The Drake is good.
Good hard hit ball. Slaps it into right center. Good cutoff by the defense out there to keep it to one base. Mullins cutting it off before it could get inside to the wall. First pitch on the way is a four-seam fastball right there to Marcell Ozuna. It's 0-1. Ozuna, 20 home runs on the year now. He's been on a tear here recently. The 0-1. Swing. Curveball, bangs it back foul. It's 0-2. That was a hanger. Ozuna just got underneath it. The 0-2 count. If y'all missed it earlier today, is the 0-2. Four-seam fastball misses high and out of the zone. 1-2. Carlos Carrasco, as I had talked about last night, indeed was DFA'd this morning. They brought Stratton back into the bullpen. The 1-2. In the dirt, 2-2. Ball gets in front of Torrens, but Drake will stay put. 2-2 count. 2 outs. Braves trying to jump out on top. Runner at first. Senga, 14 pitches in, so he's okay on that front. The Braves would like to run it up a little bit here. The 2-2. In the dirt, 3-2. So a full count. Drake will be going on the pitch. Infield back and to your left. Wide open on the right-hand side in the infield. Outfield straight away and deep. The payoff pitch, runner goes, swing, bangs it down the third base line. We'll do it again. Standing on deck, Michael Harris II. Ozzie Albies is in the hole. Vital Brew is batting 7th and Nacho 8th. That was the best part this morning. One of the guys on WFAN kept asking, what the hell is a Nacho Alvarez? The 3-2 swing fouls it straight back. He must have said it 4 times this morning, man. I spit my coffee out every time. He goes, what the hell is this Nacho Alvarez? And he's slapping the ball all around on us. So full count. Ozuna's going to use his timeout. I think he got something wrong with his... Is that a chain or something he wears around his neck? His necklace? He had to get his locket straightened up. The payoff pitch. Swing, pops it up. That'll stay in play. Alonso's underneath it. That's always an adventure, but he does make the catch, and that'll end the inning. Nothing doing here in the first inning, but the Braves did get some pitches ran up on Kodai. That's the plan. We'll be back in a flash.
I felt like a Spanish, like a Puerto Rican. I felt Puerto Rican.
You can move it to the White House. You voted for Trump.
Who told you that? Oh, Granny and them down there telling people who people voting for. Boy. That's the voter fraud stuff they was talking about.
Nah, ain't no fraud. That's who you voted for.
Okay, but you still not supposed to know that. That's violating my HIPAA laws. That's personal information.
What made you vote for him?
Because of the tax cuts he's trying to put money in pockets.
You ain't even got no money.
What you mean? I'm trying to get some.
And what Camilla is?
Who?
The black woman. You got all these black women around you, and you voted for Trump?
If we being for real, we talking about color. Orange is my favorite color. Trump is orange. I went with my favorite color. Oh, so what he doing so wrong that you so against?
He taking away women's rights.
It's 4 kids in the house that I didn't even want, that you had anyways. What you want me to do? Take my vote back?
Yes.
I wasn't to decide and vote. 82 million other voted for him. Damn, Grandma! You Martin Luther King for my right to vote. This bitch trying to make me do whatever she want me to do.
They were the ringleaders of the mentality that we developed through the years, where we walked on the field expecting to win. And Doggy was the ringleader of that.
Greg Maddox pitched a beauty here today. Another masterpiece.
If he didn't execute a pitch that he had set up to work perfectly, I think the microphones around home plate heard his displeasure with himself.
He wanted that one.
I used to see the umpires do a double take thinking, is he yelling at me or is he yelling at himself?
He was a perfectionist.
I wanted to be consistent. I felt like my stuff was like everybody else's stuff, but if I could not make mistakes and outpitch the other pitcher, then I felt I could beat him.
Strike 3, there's evidence of that control.
Welcome back. Bryce Elder goes to work, fires the first pitch up top for a sinker to Francisco Lindor. It's 1-0. Mets hitters have good numbers on Bryce as the 1-0 misses high, ball 2, 2-0. Hope that Bryce can get through 4, maybe even 5 innings. And turn it over to the bullpen. The 2-0 right there. P at the knees. 2-1. A 2-1 count. The 2-1 chops it foul. 2-2. Daniel says, Bryce, he's our man. If he can't do it, that sounds about right. The 2-2, swing, chops it over to second. A 4-3 put out, 1 away. One up, one down, left to right across the outfield for your Atlanta Braves. It's Profar, Harris, and Vital Brew. Around the horn, it's Nacho, Allen, Ozzie, and Olsen. Drake is behind the plate. First pitch on the way to Soto. He drops a bunt. That's an interesting move. Bangs it foul. It's 0-1. If he gets that thing down, he's definitely going to be able to run for days because they have a huge shift on him. I don't know if I've ever seen him do that before. The 0-1, swing, bangs it through the hole, worm burner, and that'll be a base hit for the Mets. And there's 1 on, 1 out. And the number 3 batter, Nimmo, coming to the plate. Pete Alonso steps onto the on-deck circle. You're a sleepwalker. You were sleepwalking through this series, man. We missed you. At least I didn't see you, I don't think. What a game that was last night. Braves up 6, down 6, scored 9 runs in the 4th and win it going away. Brandon Nimmo comes to the plate. 1 on, 1 out. First pitch on the way, swing, bangs that through the hole. That's a base hit. And Soto's going to go first to third. And the Mets have runners on the corners and nobody out. So very quickly, Bryce Elder in a jam once again. That pitch got way too much of the heart of the plate. That's been his calling card all year long. That sinker and that slider, they've got to be on the outer edges, and he's getting way too much of it. First pitch on the way to Alonso, changeup, misses high and out of the zone, about eyeball level. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Kicks and fires, swing, hammers it over third. 5, 4, 3, inning-ending, rally-killing double play. Nacho to Ozzie to Olsen. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
There are 2 types of people in every marriage. One that wakes up like a normal person, and the other that has to set 17 alarms and cannot be talked to for the first hour and a half of the day.
When you got dumb and dumb out here.
I have respect for myself, and this is my best friend, so I have respect for her.
All right.
And I'm being dead honest right now that if you call me dumb or her dumb one more time, I don't care how many steroids you take, how many egg yolks you drink.
Today's going to be one of those days when somebody says to me, how strong would you like your coffee? I'd like it to show up on a drug test.
These are the kind of guys you like to smack in the ass.
I love you too, but you're not my type.
Yeah, it's not a speed contest, you know? You're facing Randy Johnson, you got to outpitch him. You're not going to throw it as hard as him, but you can outpitch him.
I'm Randy Johnson, and I don't pitch like Greg Maddux.
How would you describe Greg physically?
I would just say that you wouldn't think that he's a pitcher, and that's okay because I don't look athletic. I'm just tall, you know? I mean, everybody thinks I play basketball, but I've always admired how he's pitched because it was the opposite of me. I was a power pitcher.
You talk about blowing somebody away. Nothing fancy from 6', 10" Randy Johnson.
There was not very many people like him in the history of the game. everybody kind of watched him pitch. You know, it was the Maddox factor, the way he pitched. He just made really good hitters look bad, and he didn't have to throw 95 to do that.
We all know that pitching is about deceiving the hitter. If you can make all 2 or 3 or 4 of your pitches look just like your fastball, then you're kind of on the right track.
I was watching him, how to set hitters up and what he was doing. I couldn't even fathom doing those things. It was like, it's like a chess match.
Welcome back to Braves Country Radio. First pitch on the way from Senga to Harris is off the plate wide for a ball. It's 1-0. Braves nothing, Mets nothing, just getting going here. Top of the second inning. The 1-0. Bang down the right field line. Stay fair, baby! Just foul. He hooked that sucker. It had plenty of go. Just not enough straight. Took a right turn at Albuquerque, 1-1. The 1-1, swing and a miss, fork ball, 1-2. The 1-2 count. Senga comes set, brings it, swing, rips it into right field. That's down for a base hit. Short hop right to Soto, and your Atlanta Braves have the leadoff runner to get the second inning going. Let's go, Money Mike.
What they know about that?
God bless you, Mike. Keep your game tight.
Never know. You know what I'm saying? I got a little razzle dazzle.
Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch on the way to Ozzie Albies is swung on and fouled straight back. It's 0-1. One on, nobody out. The 0-1 to the Wiz. Open stance from the left side. Senga, 24th pitch of the evening. Outside wide, the throw comes down up, and Michael Harris has stolen second base. Took off like he was shot out of a cannon. It was a bit of a pitch out almost. And they still couldn't get him. I wouldn't say that was even a great jump. Harris looked like when he turned to take off that he kind of had almost like he was stuck in gear before he took off. But his speed took over. The Braves had the leadoff runner sitting at second with nobody out. The 1-1's in the dirt, 2-1. Went with the fork ball once again. So a 2-1 count. Senga comes set, brings it. Swing, slaps it down the left field line. Way out of play, 2-2. Standing on deck is Brujan. Nacho in the hole. If anybody reaches past that, it'll be Nick Allen. The 2-2. Swing, pops it back foul, 94 miles an hour in on the hands. Two count. I know I keep bringing it up, but if you can keep getting that pitch count up on Senga, he has a tendency to use a lot of pitches to get through innings. Number 28 on the night. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, chase the fork ball in the dirt. One away. One up, one down. Brujan digs in. First pitch, cutter on the outer edge. It's 1-0. Infield is back and to the right. Third baseman playing even with the bag. I'll tell you what, if Harris gets a really good jump, Beatty's going to have a hard time getting over there. The 1-0. Bangs it down the first base line. It's 1. He'd have to be quick about it, but Beatty is more concerned with Brujan dropping a bunt than he is Michael stealing third. One count. Righty-lefty matchup. Brujan, a 604 OPS. Here's the pitch. Grabs the fork ball, top of the zone, outer edge. It's 1-2. Senga with an ERA at just 2.26 for the year, the 1-2. Caught looking strike 3. Fork ball, top of the zone, 2 down. Just buckled him. Brujan had never seen him before. He probably doesn't know what to make of that fork ball. Typically his fork, he's throwing it down in below your knees, but that one, the last 2 that he threw were hangers. I don't know if that's by design or if he's letting him slip. Nacho Alvarez, the batter. First pitch, 96. High and out of the zone, called for a strike by home plate umpire Mark Rippiger. It's 0-1. He tends to have a large strike zone, top to bottom. The 0-1. Brings it, swing, lifts it, into left center field, not very deep. Underneath it is Mullins, and that'll end the inning. Braves put one on, but do nothing with it. We do have Kodai Senga, 34 pitches through 2. We'll be back in a flash.
Suspect still has trouble speaking English even though she's lived here for over 30 years. Suspect is a bitch. Mum, that's not the trend. That's not how it works.
I just seen an American woman complaining about the lack of bagels in Ireland. So I'm just going to come out and say it. Bagels are shit. The Irish are not big bagel people. What purpose does the hole serve? What is its use? What is its function? The hole is nothing but an inconvenience. Stuff has a tendency to leak through it, so I have to conduct constant surveys of the hole to make sure I'm not losing any of my sandwich. Also, I've paid for that amount of bread. You don't have the right to take a hole out of it and put it back in your greedy little bagel making machine. Also, I feel like bagels are always a small bit stale. Like, not stale, but not fresh. Get yourself a brioche bun, a French baguette, a slice of bread. All of these are superior to the bagel. The Irish will never be brainwashed into this ridiculous sandwich type.
We were regular season and we were winning like 8-0. It was easy game in the 8th inning. And he told me, don't throw anything inside on Bagwell. Call everything outside. And I said, okay. I think it was somebody on. And he wants to go inside. And I go, okay. You know, it's your game. So I went inside, called inside, and Bagwell hit like 1,000-mile. I was mad, and I was like, what are you doing? And he goes, they got a good team. We got a good team. We're going to play them in the playoff. He's going to wait for that pitch. 3 months later, we're in the playoff, bases loaded in the 7th. We threw 3 straight changes and struck him out. And I was walking to the dugout. He goes, hey! And I look at him, he said, you remember 3 months ago? I said, no, I don't. He was looking for that pitch, the homer that he hit. And I was like, this guy.
Bryce Elder goes back to work. First pitch. High and off the plate. It's 1-0. Jeff McNeil, the batter. The 1-0. Swing. Fouls it back. It's 1-1. 1-1 count. Right there at the knees, change up, 1-2. Good pitch by Elder. We are getting some thunder in the background here in the studios. I don't know if y'all could hear that during the break. So if we lose you, that's what the deal is. But it looks like it's going to miss us. The 1-2 swing lifts it into center field. Drifting back at the warning track, making the catch at the wall is Michael Harris II. 75% of the world is covered by water. The rest by Michael Harris. One away. That'll bring Mullins to the plate. First pitch to Mullins is he's going to drop a bunt and push it down the third base line. It'll go plenty foul. It's 0-1. Good attempt by Mullins. Nacho was pretty close to being in on the grass. Not where they usually have him on the shift. The 0-1. Swing and a miss slider. It's 0-2. So an 0-2 count. You think Nacho will probably back up a little bit. He does, and he moves. They move. I just don't get the mentality. The left side of the infield is wide open, as you can see on your screen. The 0-2 in the dirt, 1-2. One-two count. Mullins, 16 home runs on the year. Slider down and away. Ball 2, 2-2. Braves nothing, Mets nothing. The 2-2 slaps it foul down the left field line. The 2-2 swing, pops it up. Drake gives it a look, but it bends into the seats behind home plate. We'll do it again. The 2-2 in the dirt. Good block. 3-2. Full count from Elder. Caught, looking strike 3. Sinker right there. Yak him. 2 down. Mullen heads back to the dugout, shaking his head. He had to have been sitting on slider there because that sinker ate him up. First pitch to Mauricio is swung on and fouled straight back. It's 0-1. Uncle Charlie, it's way too early to be talking about, way too soon to be talking about 1991, man. I'm still not over that one. The 0-1. Right there, 94 at the knees. It's 0-2. Those cheating bums pushing Ron Gann off of first and messing with the air conditioning. The 0-2 count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Mauricio down on strikes. Back-to-back Ks. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
I'm sitting here watching Cheers. Sam Malone has a picture of himself behind the bar pitching for the Red Sox. I found out exactly who the player in the photo was. Today we learn about the career of Gentleman Jim Lonborz. He possessed an explosive fastball and a breaking ball he could throw for strike. His best season came with the Red Sox in 1967, a season in which he led the American League in wins, games started, and strikeouts. In between starts that season, he would leave the team for Army Reserve duty, arriving back on a private jet just in time for his next start. In the first 2 games of the World Series that season, he pitched a 1-hitter and a 3-hitter. Unfortunately, he couldn't capture capture the same magic in Game 7, pitching 6 innings and allowing 6 runs. He was the first Boston Red Sox to win the Cy Young Award. After injuring his knee skiing in the offseason, he was never the same in Boston. So after the 1971 season, he was shipped off to the Brewers in a 10-player deal where he stayed for exactly 1 season. Next, he was traded to the Phillies. During his career, he won 157 games, struck out close to 1,500, and had a respectable 3.86 ERA. Not as great of a career as Sam Malone, but still a pretty solid career.
I think one of the great things about sports is rivalry. Muhammad Ali is not Muhammad Ali without Joe Frazier. Larry Bird is not Larry Bird without Magic Johnson, and vice versa. And Greg had Barry Bonds.
That's the heavyweight championship, the heavyweight bout everybody wants to see. You got one of the best pitchers of our era against the greatest hitter of our era.
Opposite field home run for Bonds.
Barry was the best hitter in baseball.
He is a .305 lifetime hitter against Greg Maddux, and he has hit more home runs off of Greg Maddux than any other pitcher he's faced in his career.
How many home runs did I give up to him?
We both gave him 9.
Was it 9?
But when you gave up the 9, you said to me, he will never hit another home run off me the rest of his career. And I'm like, wow. And he didn't, because he said, I'll walk him. He said, I ain't facing him.
Bonds was the Maddux of hitters. His baseball intellect was off the charts. And it was amazing the way that he could wait and wait and wait, get what he wanted and not miss it.
First pitch on the way to Nick Allen is off the plate for a ball. It's 1-0. That's a misconception. It's a 1-0 right there at the knees, 1-1. Ted Turner hasn't owned the Braves in about 30 years. 1-1 count. Outside wide, 2-1. I don't know how many people I would run into that hated the Braves because of Jane Fonda being married to Ted Turner. I'm like, dude, he hasn't been married. He hasn't owned the Braves in I don't know how long. The 2-1 misses high and tight. Ball 3-1. Nick Allen trying to work his way aboard. They sold it to AOL, which was the death nail. It's a 3-1, swing and a miss. Full count. That's when they first started getting really tight on money. And then by the early mid-2000s, I want to say it was around 2005-ish is when they sold it to Liberty Media. I'm sorry, 2008-ish, they sold it to Liberty Media Group. Right after they AOL signed that awful media deal with Fox Sports that is now owned by, was it FanDuel now? 3-2 count, pops it up, can of corn. Shallow right field, Soto waves off McNeil. 1 away. Yeah, she was the queen of something, Carrie. People hated her. Still hate her. What'd they call her? Hanoi Jane? Jurickson Profar. First pitch, curveball. Profar bends out of the way. It was a slow pitch, but it looked like it was going to come in and get him. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Inside, 1-1. When they sold the media rights to the Braves, the television media rights to, at the time, was Sports South. The 1-1 swing and a miss. 95 blew up by him. 1-2. That's what you have to deal with Senga. He's got that ghost fork and curve. You come in the low 80s, then he can dial it up to 95. But it averaged about $1 million a year, which was even bad back then. Is the 1-2 caught looking strike 3. 97 blew it right by him. 2 down. Profar's like, you can read his lips without reading his lips. You know what he said going back to the dugout? Damn, what was that? 97, he just saw 82 bend into him. Matt Olson, the batter. When they signed that 25-year deal at about $1 million a year, as the first pitch is a fork ball off the plate, it's 1-0. And it's hard to make sure you don't curse on radio when the guy's throwing a fork ball left and right. 1-0 to Olson. outside wide, 2-0. Give you a comparison, just a couple of years later, the Angels signed a deal with the same company, Fox Sports, that ends up being what is now FanDuel, as far as where the rights go. $25 million a year. The 2-0 swing, hits it through the hole, and Matt Olson is on with 2 outs, a 2-out single.
This is not watered down. This is Ice House. Ice House. Smooth as it gets.
And it's a 2-out single. The Braves got something cooking with the Drake coming to the plate. So just to finish that thought, you knew instantly it was going to be a tough road when you have teams that are making 25 times what you're making on media deals a year. And it was a long deal. That was the problem. The first pitch is swung on by Baldwin. He'll pop it up in the sky, deep but not nearly deep enough. 1 pitch, 1 out, batted back by the Drake. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
I told you the Drake was bad. I hate the Drake.
What's your favorite Bible story?
When Jesus made the water into wine.
Yes, that was a miracle, wasn't it?
Yes.
And what does the story about Jesus making the water into wine teach us?
When you run out of wine, get on your knees and pray.
I understood the assignment. Did the assigner of the assignment understood who they were assigning the assignment to? You have to ask the assigner on that one. Personally, I don't think they did any research. Yeah.
Hi, y'all. It's time for Appalachian Word of the Day. The word of the day is ammonia. Hey, can you come outside? I'm on your porch.
I hate girls with pretty eyes. Y'all can get away with anything. I can't look at Shorty's eyes if she stares at me. Where's my pants? They're gone.
I want to face the best, and Maddox was the best. Greg was the type of pitcher where you had to be perfect, and you had to accept what he gave you. And if you weren't willing to accept what he gave you, you were going to fail every time.
Strike 3 call, inside corner at the knees.
He was able to change speeds in a way to mechanically mess your swing up.
Bonds was out in front, and as soon as he cut his swing loose, he knew he was in trouble and had been fooled by the motion on Greg's delivery.
And he was a genius. Probably one of the smartest pitchers I ever faced. Period.
Bonds has a good idea at how he goes about facing Maddox.
Almost like Maddox, Bonds' approach was built on a pitch-to-pitch basis and figuring out the odds and what's coming. Both Maddox and Bonds are thinking, can I outthink the other guy? It was the chess match between the batter and the pitcher.
What's up, Braves Country? Looking forward to a great Atlanta Braves season. See y'all at the ballpark. Love you.
Nothing, your score. We head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Brett Beatty, Torrens, and then the top of the order for the Mets due up. First pitch on the way is a slider. Bangs it down the left field line. It's 0-1. The 0-1. This is high and out of the zone 1. Yeah, the fans hated Marge for a different reason. The 1-1. Misses high 2-1. I don't even remember if it was ever true or not, but they said that she was a 2-1 swing and a miss, 2-2. Big thing that she was hated for was supposedly racist remarks, but I can't remember, it's been so long, if it was behind closed doors or if she actually said them in the press. It had something to do with the Nazis, is all I remember. The 2-2, in the dirt, 3-2. The fans that hated Ted Turner hated him because of his wife. But they divorced years ago. I mean, the whole thing, it's amazing how people hold on to something. The payoff pitch, down below the knees, ball 4. Beatty works his way aboard. 1 out, nobody out. Because I had people, I mean, they would dig in with me about how much they hated the Braves because of Turner. And I'm talking, this has been in the last decade. I'm like, it's been like 20, 25 years since he's owned the team, right? No, I didn't know that. Are you sure? Turner Field? And then you have to get in the whole thing and explain that. He was selling the team right after they named the team Turner Field. They flip it over to first real quick. Keep the runner close by. First pitch on the way is a sinker off the edge. It's a home run. Yeah, that's not why she was hating. Look up Jane Fonda in the Vietnam War. That's all you need to know. The 0-1 count. Chops it up the middle. It's going to be a 6 to 4 to 3. High throw, but a great play by Olsen. Double play. Very high throw by Ozzie. He was trying to shovel it as fast as he could. And luckily, Olsen standing over there like the Empire State Building here in New York, up at the top of his tippy toes to make the catch. The Braves turn a second double play in 3 innings. First pitch on the way is a slider off the plate. It's 1-0. Francisco Lindor back to the top of the order. The 1-0. Misses high 2-0. 2-0 count. Braves nothing, Mets nothing. Swing, lifts it high and deep into right center field. Going back on the track. Get up, Michael! That ball is gone. Just over his glove. A solo shot. And the Mets have taken the early lead. His 22nd home run of the year. That was a hanger. He got it at the bottom of the zone and just lifted. I thought Mike was going to have a chance just over the reach of his glove. He went to the top of the wall, just couldn't have enough. Missed it by maybe 2 feet. First pitch on the way to Soto is right there for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0, chops it up the middle. Grabbed by Nacho, and that'll end the inning. Mets put 1 on the board, but it could have been a lot worse. Thank goodness for that double play. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
Body is a temple. Ancient, cursed, grumbling, probably filled with something evil.
You only hear of a hen, a rooster, and a chicken. Something's missing.
Something's missing, all right.
They're all chickens. The rooster has sex with all of them. That's perverse.
Is there anything more stressful than when people are not following the secret imaginary schedule you have in your head?
So I work at your bank, and I just want to let you know you don't have any Black Friday money. You don't have any Cyber Monday money. You don't have any Taco Tuesday money. You don't have any Wacky Wednesday money. Just stay in the house.
And here comes Barry Bonds.
So, I mean, first inning, it's kind of too early to pitch around somebody. So you're going to try to get him out.
Bonds chased that first pitch.
Ooh, jam, fastball. What was that, 92?
Pretty good cutter that beat him. I'm feeling okay about throwing that pitch.
So he's going to try to float a changeup or some of that little floater away. Because he thinks I'm going to speed up because they jammed me.
The cutter beat him, so I thought he would speed up. I threw a changeup, and he spit on it.
It's his changeup. I didn't even try. I just knew it. And now we're playing chess. He knows he can't beat me inside.
Experience has taught me that he's probably looking in. Back then, I didn't know it.
And most of the time, I was always waiting for that 92 end back over the plate, and I'm just praying for it.
Bonds hits one high to right field and deep.
And there it goes. Can't come in the well twice, buddy. And Greg knows, because I always have this saying, you cannot come in the penthouse without an invite.
I mean, that's a good pitch, believe it or not. It's an executed pitch, but obviously it's the wrong pitch to throw. That's one you got to put in the memory bank and try not to ever throw it right there again to him.
Welcome back to Braves Country Radio. First pitch on the way to Marcell Ozuna. As it goes for it, that ball was, 3 inches below the zone. Called it a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Swing, slaps it foul and out of play. It's 0-2. The 0-2 count. So I found what it was that she did. Why she had to sell the Reds. I put it in the chat. The 0-2. Up top, 1-2. Needless to say, it had nothing to do with her having money. I guess she made the comment several times to players in the locker room. 1-2 count. High and out top. 2-2. The 2-2 pitch, 95 inside, four-seam fastball. He called that a strike? No, he didn't. Ozuna was getting in an argument with the home plate umpire like he called it a strike, but I wonder if he's still complaining about that first strike. The payoff pitch to Ozuna. Swing, lifts it. High into center field. Coming in, making the sliding catch is Mullins for out number 1. Nifty slide out there by Mullins. Had a pretty long way to go as they're playing Ozuna deep. One out, nobody on. Michael Harris, the batter. First pitch on the way is a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Slapped down the line. It's 0-1. The 0-1. In the dirt, 1-1. 1-1 count. Pitch on the way from Senga. Swing and a miss. Curveball, 1-2. That was nasty. With one strike, you're going to tell yourself you shouldn't swing at that, but it's got to be enticing because it's coming in on you like that. Senga, by the way, is at 57 pitches. You'd like him a little north of that. The 1-2. Harris, the base hit already. Pitch in the dirt, fork ball, 2-2. Atlanta Braves have recorded 3 hits. They just haven't been able to string them together. Mets, 3 hits as well. The solo shot by Lindor last inning, the difference. 1-0 Metropolitans. The 2-2. Pops it up. Long circular swing that corks it into the crowd. Mets 1, Braves 0. The 2-2 to Harris. Michael. Swing and a miss at the fork. 2 down. Goes for it. Strikes him out. 5 strikeouts on the night for Sengo already. He holds it like a splitter, but it comes out of the hand like a changeup. That's the best way I can describe it if you're not seeing it at home. And he's explained it before, but essentially the pressure that he puts on his fingers creates that action. First pitch on the way to Ozzie Albies is lifted down the line, foul to 0-1. Now, what we were told when he came out of Japan heading into the U.S. is that it was going to be unhittable, and the MLB batters just were going to be befuddled by it. That really hasn't happened. But he's still been a good pitcher. The 0-1. Wham! Hits it high and deep. Get up, baby. Get up, get up, get up. It's gone! Zip, boom, bam, ram-a-lamma, ding-dong. And Ozzie Albies has tied her up. 377 over the right field fence. Ozzie Albies, his 10th home run of the year. 45th RBI, 377 happy feet later, 99 miles an hour off the bat. And the fork just got thrown over the wall. Jerickson Profar, the batter, first pitch, swing and a miss at the cutter. It's 0-1. The 0-1 to Profar, pops it down the left field line, lazy fly ball, that'll end the inning. But not for your Atlanta Braves. Put one on the board. We tied it up here in Gotham. We'll be back in a flash.
I'm the Wiz, I'm the Wiz, I'm the Wiz, I'm the Wiz, and nobody beats me.
This 40-year life must be so boring. No, I just picked up my grocery order, and there were no substitutions or out-of-stock items, so...
Why do white people make their edibles so strong?
Well, as one of these mayonnaise-complected individuals, I can answer this. We were bored, and we can't jump, so we had to contribute to society somehow.
Why am I tasting colors?
Because you've just about reached enlightenment. Now, there is something special about the flavor of the color number purple 7.
If you're not visiting family for Thanksgiving solely because they didn't vote the way you wanted them to vote, you are a low vibration.
For several years in the National League, this was looked upon as the best pitcher in the league against the best hitter in the league matchup.
So August 6, 1999.
We know he's not going to bunt. He's just taking a strike and probably trying to mess with Chipper down at third base. Who knows?
Let's see, I'm trying to stay level with that. I'm really actually just trying to hit it through the hole because you can't do anything with that pitch.
Kind of see his ass go out a little bit. Kind of know he's looking in. But one of my strengths is the 2-seamer in, so I still have to throw that because that's what I'm good at.
Now the 1-2. And that just missed.
That's his pitch. And see right here, I'm locked up. Oh, he's a technician though, man. He's so great.
Probably a strike to the other 100 guys in the league, but not Barry.
That's a ball. He knows it, but that's okay.
That one missed. Eddie did a good job of selling it. He got Bobby in the dugout.
Bobby, I love him.
That's kind of funny. We used to love hearing Bobby scream in the dugout.
Maddox is a master at mixing speeds.
See, I rolled over it. And that right there is because he came back at me twice, he sped me up.
You just glad he hit it fair, you know? I mean, you make your pitch and you hope he doesn't foul it off or you have to throw another one.
He wins that battle. And that pitch, I should have went the other way.
Welcome back to Braves Country Radio. Good to see everybody in here on a Thursday night edition of Braves Country Radio. Tomorrow night is the first pitch to Nimmo's, high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. We've got a doubleheader for you. It's Braves Guardians is the 1-0. Right there at the knees. 1-1. That'll be followed by Dodgers Padres. All right here on Braves Country Radio. Monday, it's a matinee to start us off. Is the 1-1 right there at the knees. 1-2. Cubs and Brewers, 2:20 first pitch on Monday afternoon. And then we'll bring you the Braves White Sox. So it's a Windy City doubleheader matinee. The 1-2, swing, pops it up down the line. Out of play. We'll do it again. next Wednesday, I believe. No, I'm sorry. I got my weeks mixed up. It's the following week. We have a matinee doubleheader of the Miami Marlins and Braves, followed by the Padres and Mariners. 1-2 swing and a miss, strike 3. Nemo chased one in the dirt, one away. First pitch on the way to Pete Alonso is smacked foul down the right field line. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Right there at the knees. Hit the strike zone. He didn't get the call because Drake dropped the ball. 1-1. He catches that, that's going to be a strike. That shouldn't matter, but it did. The 1-1 in the dirt, and you go around. He held up 2-1. It really changes the at-bat there. Won't be a pass ball because no one's on base, but that changed it from a 0-2 to a 1-1. The 2-1, swing, bangs it down the line, and do it again, 2-2. 2-2 count. Change up on the way. Smacks it foul. Do it again. The 2-2. Down and away, 3-2. I'd like to see Seattle make a run. Sleepy. In the American League, I'm pulling for Seattle. Detroit is the 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Good pitch there by Elder. Four-seamer, 2 away. National League, I'd like to see the Reds get in. They can't get in, man. It's going to be tough to pull for some of these National League teams. Because I could pull for the Padres over a lot of the other teams. Most of these National League teams are just stacked, and you can't. There's not an underdog. I guess the Brewers would be one. Sinker's outside wide for a ball to Jeff McNeil. It's 1-0. He flew out his first time up. 1-0. Swing, rips it into right, running, making the running catches. Vital Brujan will be back in a flash. Nacho Alvarez leads us off, and that's just fun to say.
Micro shorts are the new mini skirt. Micro shorts. Back in my day, that was called underpants, and the only reason you'd be wearing them outside is if you were headed to the beach or to the loony bin.
Here's all the accents I can do as an Irishman. American. I'm gonna go to junior high in Trader Joe's. Target has the best cilantro. Southern American. Get off my property, sweet pea. Barbecue shrimp. Californian. I get triggered at Whole Foods. I think this is London. Alright, and mate, give us the f***ing potatoes then, you f***er. Oh, you're starving. You ain't got any f***ing potatoes left. We're gonna f***ing take them all. Use them up in the chippy. Posh English. Well, it would be rather unusual for me to go to a Pizza Express. That's all I have for now. All the other ones I can do, I think, are racist, but I'm just trying my best. Don't mean anything by it.
Bonds tonight has been intentionally walked, and he's flied to left.
Kind of understood one another a little bit more. I think we both knew I wasn't going to pitch to him unless I had to.
He's not going to give up a big inning to me with a man on first base, and I have to be smart enough to understand that. And nobody is. You think you can get him, but you can't. He's not going to give it to you.
Strike at the knees, 0-1.
I threw a lot of first pitch fastballs away. That was one of my patterns, and you know, most hitters don't want to hit a first pitch fastball down and away.
Into the crowd, advantage Maddox. It's 0-2.
That's what I was trying to do. Stay back long enough to slap him through the hole. You can't hit him. You can't hit a home run. Not unless he comes in on there. He's got to come inside.
It's easy to say, oh, he's late on that. He's not late. That fastball's not beating him. He's looking in is why he's hitting it foul that way. And that's something, as you get older, you learn to read that better. You try to read every swing, every foul ball. So hopefully this is a two-seamer and not a cutter. I mean, I would hope I would throw him a changeup again after seeing the last at-bats.
Welcome to the Country Club. 5 members. First pitch on the way to Nacho Alvarez. Right there for a strike. It's 0-1. I saw Braden on the list. I was trying to make out who the other ones were. That monitor's a little far away from me. The 0-1 swing, lifts it. Into right field, lazy fly ball, F9 in your scorecard. 1 away. Looks like Treetop, Braden, Eddie Rosario fan are 3 of the ones that got the membership. First pitch on the way to Nick Allen is right there for a strike. It's 0-1. We've had this question before. They are random. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Sweeper top of the zone. 0-2. Thank you, Justin, for the channel support. 0-2 count. Considering the last 2 nights, this is kind of a really dull ball game. These 2 teams that had shootouts until tonight. The 0-2, swing and a miss, chased they're calling it a slider. It looked like his fork. And you would need an oar to hit that fork. 2 away. That was way off the plate. Two down, and the first pitch on the way to Profar. He swings at a sinker, 90 miles an hour in the dirt. And it was basically bounced up there. Bounced just next to the plate. It's 0-1. They are bailing Senga out. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Fork ball. It's 0-2. That was a good pitch, but talked about this earlier, and they were on a good track, and then they got a couple of base hits, and Kodai Senga has been putting a master class ever since on it. He's got him chasing at shadows. The 0-2 count. In the dirt, held off of that one. That one bounced to the plate again. 1-2. One-two count. Pitch on the way. Swing! Slap down the right field line. Just foul. I mean, just foul. That ball is just a little bit to the left. It's going to be extra bases. And if it kicks far enough, Profar is going to be standing on third with his speed. We all know Soda was not signed for his glove and his arm. I'm still amazed that he's the right fielder. It'll be next year or the year after they put him in left or DH. The 1-2. Smacks it over to the right side, but a one-hopper into the glove of McNeil. He'll flip it to first, and that'll end the inning. Braves go down in order. Senga dealing 6 strikeouts. Elder's got 4. We'll be back in a flash.
If I died and you got remarried.
If you died and I got remarried?
Yeah, if I died and
in
you
what
got...
order?
I die first.
Okay.
You get remarried.
Because I'd like you to be there otherwise.
For your remarriage.
Yeah, you're special to me. You're like my buddy.
You guys, we haven't been drinking since we quarantined ourselves into the bar, at least since we got stuck in the bathroom.
Oh, that's right. Wait. So what are you saying? That we'd never had the flu? We were just having alcohol withdrawal?
Yeah.
Alcohol withdrawals? That's great!
Is it great? It means we're all alcoholics.
Yeah.
When you were younger and you'd get hangovers from alcohol, but now you can get them from too much sun, too much food, not enough food, socializing too long, traffic, loud noises.
You better not go to sleep. As soon as your eyes shut, I'm gonna punch you square in the face. I hope you stay still when you sleep, because I'm putting a rat trap between your legs.
Marriage is just two adults who ask each other, do you have any ideas for dinner? Every single day for the rest of their lives.
Still think you got to pitch him in.
Yeah, he took it again.
So now he wants to back me off to throw that guy again. I'm not going to lean. I don't care. I cover the plate with that bat just right there.
3-2. It was 0-2. Now it's full.
Now you just got to be a great hitter. If it's 3-2, anything can happen.
So I'm kind of noticing that he's not chasing it off the plate away. He's chasing it when it's on the plate and down. I need to get it more down there where he'll swing at it. And that's the one he fouls off, and you're like, oh, now I got to make another pitch to him.
And it remains 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Good pitch. I tip my hat to that one. You'll see me walk away like, get it, brother. That ball was up. It was perfect, and I should have hit it.
Yeah, he just missed it. Sometimes you get lucky. Maybe he thought it was a high fastball. Who knows? He saw it up and recognized fastball, but I don't know why he missed that one, but glad he did. Yeah, it's good stuff.
Oh, that was it. Yeah, it was fun. He's great.
Welcome back. Bryce Elder goes back to work, and the first pitch is off the edge. To Mullins, 1-0. Elder at a low pitch count, too, by the way. 1-0. Swing, lifts it. Mullins will be an easy out. 1 down. F8 your score. They're swinging early and often, too. Elder's dropped his ERA below 6, so that's something. 5.95 currently. Mauricio struck out swinging his first time up. Man, the last time we saw him, he was on fire. First pitch on the way is a 4-seam fastball in the intercut. It's 0-1. Batting just .232 on the year. He was lighting up Braves pitching when we saw him at the beginning of the season. The 0-1 swing and miss on 2. Braves are getting the wins, but he was ripping the ball. The Braves lead the season series 6-3. The 0-2 swing, slaps it foul. One more series with the Mets, and it's next weekend. They'll come to Atlanta Friday the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. The 0-2 high and out of the zone, 1-2. Following weekend, we're at the Phillies for a 4-game set. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Elder with 5 strikeouts now. He just flailed at that pitch. I mean, he had no chance at that slider. Left-handed batter Beatty comes to the plate. He walked his first time up. Elder brings the first pitch on the way, swung on and fouled back out of play. It's 0-1. They have not had that particular view correct all night long. The 0-1. Up top, did he go around? I don't think so. No, he didn't. It's 1-1. On deck is Torrens. And then the top of the order, the Braves 1. Mets 1. Bottom 5. Pitch on the way. Nasty slider. 1-2. One-two count. High and out of the zone. 2-2. Four-seam fastball broke him off the plate. The 2-2. Swing, chopper back to the mound. He's got it. Flips it to first, and that'll end the inning. Mets go down. 1, 2, 3. We'll go to the top of the sixth. The heart of the order due up in Braves country.
I had a little cry earlier, and I had a big cry last night.
Yeah.
But I'm not crying now.
You're not?
And I think for that,
Yeah.
I'm doing so well.
Look at it. Forced to be your mother. Okay, now wait for it. Born to be your lover? What? Are you? What is this? Barbie goes to Bama?
Roll Tide.
How do you make that video and think to yourself, that's the one? That's the one I'm going to post on the internet. She deadass once a month. The Crimson Tide's in. We can't be as close as normal.
Ew. Ew.
You know what? I didn't even think I had to say this.
Roll Tide.
I'm actually not interested in giving the best version of myself today. I'd rather give it like a solid 30% and then just take a nap.
This bar runs on trash, dude. This bar is totally green that way. How is burning trash green? Because I'm recycling the trash into heat for the bar and lots of smoke for the bar. I'm giving the bar the good smoky smell that we all like.
That's the exact opposite of green.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I could put the trash into a landfill where it's going to stay for millions of years. Or I could burn it up and get a nice smoky smell in here and let that smoke go into the sky where it turns into stars.
That doesn't sound right, but I don't know enough about stars to dispute it.
No, it's right.
We'll play Expos. They brought his brother, Mike.
Brother Mike is going to take over for the Expos.
You know, I was hitting 8th, and he was in behind me. He goes, sinker. Okay, you know, I cheat a little.
There's a drive to left. I don't think the park would hold it. This ball is out of here. What a big hit by Eddie Perez. It's 2-0 Atlanta.
He was like, way to go, good job. So after the game, they asked me, well, his brother told me that there was a sinker coming.
I always wonder how Eddie hit that pitch.
So they went and interviewed him, and he goes, well, that's your brother. He said, I don't care if it's my mom's pitching. I will tell my hitters what to hit because I want to win this game.
Welcome back to Braves Country Radio. A 1-1 tie. We go to the top of the sixth. Matt Olson takes a sweeper. Inside for a ball. It's 1-0. Righty-lefty matchup. Third time through the order. 1-0. Swing and a miss. 94. 1-1. 1-1 count. Kicks and fires. Down below the knees, good take. Two 2-1 count. Swing, rattles it back, foul. That'll even up the count at 2-2. If the Braves win tonight, they'll clinch the season series. The 2-2. Inside, almost gets them 3-2. Really was weird to look at the standings today and see the Dodgers in the wild card. The payoff pitch, swing, chops it down the first base side towards the Mets dugout, bangs off the railing. We'll do it again. Full count to Olson, sitting on 19 home runs. Marcell Ozuna has jumped in front of him. He's got the team lead with 20 now. The payoff pitch. Outside wide, ball 4. Maybe that'll get something going here.
This is not watered down. This is Ice House. Ice House. Smooth as it gets.
Drake Baldwin coming to the plate, one on, nobody out. You're just joining us. The 2 runs is a solo shot by Lindor and a solo shot by Ozzie Albies. First pitch swinging by Drake. He's going to ground into a 4-6, almost double play. Back-to-back at bats, he swung at the first pitch. He'll trade places with Olsen. Talking about that at the pregame. We're seeing it more and more. Lazy at bats. I'm convinced that he is a product of Tim Heyer's environment, because when he first came up in the spring, he was working counts. He wanted to see pitches, and now it's like he's going through the motions. And if Isaac Collins beats him out for Rookie of the Year, he's only going to have himself to blame. First pitch on the way is a sinker down below the knees. It's 1-0. That kid Collins is putting on a show in Milwaukee. If y'all haven't watched him much, outfielder, hitting for power and for average. Pretty good defensive outfielder, and he's a switch hitter too. Ball banged down the line, foul. It's 1-1. For some reason, Braves television thought that was Michael Harris at the plate, but it is Marcell Ozuna. The 1-1, swing and a miss, 1-2. Harris stands on deck. You got to start faking the cough about a week before you're calling out, Robert. Start working on your story. The 1-2 count. High and out of the zone, 2-2. Or come up with a phony dentist appointment where you can come in late to school that day. Top of the 6th, 2-2 count. Marcell Ozuna digging in. Drake's at first. The pitch. Swing, just gets a piece of it. Two count. Maybe you can't, Nate, but I can. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down. Kodai Senga. Now 7 strikeouts, only 88 pitches. We're sitting here in the 8th. He's typically not going past the 5th because teams are working the count on him. The Braves are swinging wildly. Ozuna with the good at bat there, he did make him work, but for the most part, they're swinging wildly. Playing right into his hand. First pitch on the way is a sinker at the knees. Just below the zone, it's 1-0. Harris with a grand slam last night. We'd take half of that right now. Baldwin at first, 2 outs. Pitch in the dirt. 1-0. The 1-0 count. Fork ball high and out of the zone. I'm telling you, he's been hanging a few of those. He hasn't gotten many of them over the plate, but he hangs a fork ball. That's almost like a cement mixer where you can just pound it. The 3-0 to Michael. 1 on, 2 out. The pitch. Taken all the way. Cutter. 3-1. I'd have Michael take the next pitch too, because if he keeps pushing this pitch count up, we can get him out of the game, not have to see him. On deck is Ozzie. The 3-1 swing. Chops it through the hole. Through for a base hit. Drake's going first to third, and your Atlanta Braves are in business. There are 2 outs, but we got runners on the corners. Money Mike coming through.
What they know about that?
God bless you, Mike. Keep your game tight.
Never know. You know what I'm saying? I got a little razzle dazzle.
That's going to be it for Kodai Senga. And to be clear, Nate, not picking on Drake at all. It's the coaching staff not coaching him. We'll be back in a flash. On this date in 1932, Brooklyn's 10-inning, 2-1 victory over the New York Giants at the Polo Grounds makes reliever John Quinn, at age 49, the oldest to win a major league game. Johnny Frederick, who will have only 6 home runs during the entire season, hits a 9th-inning game-tying homer off Carl Hubble, his 4th-round tripper as a pinch hitter, establishing a new major league record. On this date in 1939, in an evening event that attracts over 30,000 in the Windy City, patrons at Comiskey Park watched the White Sox beat the St. Louis Browns 5-2, the first major league night game ever played in the city of Chicago. Their crosstown rivals, the Chicago Cubs, will take another 49 years to play under the lights, when the Cubs finally install illumination in the friendly confines of Wrigley Field under the threat of not being able to play postseason contests in their home ballpark. And on this date in 1953, at their home in Fairfield, Connecticut, David Mulaney and his 13-year-old son create the first successful prototype of a ball that is easy to throw a curve, saving the arms of young backyard hurlers attempting to snap off a breaking ball. The design wiffle ball that was registered as a trademark in 1981 is derived from whiff, a slang term for a batter striking out. Welcome back. Braves got runners on the corners. Tyler Rogers, who we have not seen in this series, and they got on a trade from San Fran, and this is a tough customer. Ozzie Albies will be flipped over to the left side, so he'll stay where he was at in the first home run. And Brujan's next. It's a little strange that they're going to the right-hander here, because he is deadly against right-handed batters, but 2 lefties do up. First pitch on the way is a swing and a miss. Sinker, it's 0-1. It's one of the few submarine pitchers that's still around. His brother Taylor throws from the left side. He is not a submarine. He's more of a 3/4 delivery. The 0-1. Swing, slaps it towards left. Get down! That's down for a base hit. Braves score. They can take the lead, and it's 2-1. The Wiz slices one into left.
I'm the Wiz. I'm the Wiz. I'm the Wiz. I'm the Wiz, and nobody beats me.
Good piece of hitting there. Didn't try to do too much with it. Just sliced it in front of Nemo. Nemo still has good wheels, but he never had a great arm. So runners on first and second, 2 outs. Brujan, the batter, first pitch, chops in front of the mound. He's going to have to hurry. Here comes the throw to first, and he'll get him by about a whisker. That'll end the inning. But not for your Atlanta Braves. Put one on the board. It's 2-1. We go to the bottom of 6 here in Gotham.
But China's stealing your data. I don't care. I would drop ship my DNA to the front door of the Chinese Communist Party before I watch an Instagram reel.
What's the difference between a pickpocket and a peeping Tom?
Pickpocket and a peeping Tom.
Yeah. A pickpocket snatches watches.
So what is it? Carnation milk, the best in the land. Comes in a tin with a red and white band. No tits to pull, no hay to pitch. Just punch 2 holes in the son of a
Cool bikes. You guys look like you're 40.
Well, we are 40.
Do you have the same bike as your boyfriend? Gay!
Oh, well, I am gay, but he's not my boyfriend, because I could do much better than him.
Really? Then why don't you?
It's difficult out there. You guys will understand when you get older.
It happened before I even knew it. They bring in a lefty, Tim Fortuna, first pitch, throws a fastball, boom.
Southern California has his 3,000th hit.
It was crazy. Like, he went 4 for 4, and it was just insane.
It was kind of a surreal experience.
I saw him walk on the on-deck circle, and I started crying because I knew he was going to do it.
What a moment of baseball history here at Anaheim Stadium.
Another cool thing, my brother Ken was in the booth, and he got the call.
By his teammates here at Anaheim Stadium. And for you, Ken Brett, I know it's a thrill to see your little brother get it.
Well, I tell you what, I couldn't be prouder, I couldn't be happier.
I remember a comment that he made.
I know one thing, I think I'm going to get home a little bit late tonight.
And we did.
Party time.
Hey, I couldn't have done it without you.
Welcome back. First pitch on the way, 90 miles an hour at the knees. It's 0-1, straightening out the screen for y'all. He's started jiggling there for a second, the 0-1. We're back in action. Right there. First strike, it's 0-2. Bryce Elder only 66 pitches. So unless he gets pounded here in this inning, he'll probably go at least one more. 0-2 count. Kicks and fires. Swing. Rips it over to the third. Easy play for Nacho. Gently tosses it across the infield. One away. One up, one down, and Francisco Lindor, the batter. First pitch on the way. Swing, slaps it to left, down for a base hit. And the Mets have something cooking here in the bottom of the sixth. Third time through the order for the Mets. 2 for 3 on the day now for Lindor. First pitch on the way is down and away. Ball gets away. It heads to the outfield. And Lindor gets up, and he's going to stop at third. And they've got the tying run 90 feet away. That'll be an error on Drake Baldwin. He threw that ball up the line, tailing away from Nick Allen. So the Braves will bring the infield in. Soto at the plate. I don't know if I like this strategy, but we'll see what happens here. And they're backing to the left. Huge hole on the left side, and they're playing in. Nick Allen is essentially standing behind Bryce Elder. They're just hoping something goes right to him or maybe hits the umpire. 1-0. Sinker down and away. Ball 2-0. 2-0 count. Pitch on the way. 92 off the plate. Ball 3-0. I found that tweet that I was talking about earlier. The guy that blew the coverage for the Shedeur Sanders preseason touchdown. The guy that quote tweeted it was talking about the guy's jersey number 36. It's a 3-0. Ball 4, and that'll put Juan Soto on first. Runners on the corners and 1 out. He says number 36 is going to be trying to sell me solar panels next week. You got to see the video because I believe he was a nickelback. He's just standing around looking. The ball goes right by his head. Brandon Nimmo will be the batter. The Braves will move the defense back a little bit, trying for the double play. Nimmo's tough to double up, but you'd like to at least get an out here and stay out of the big inning. First pitch on the way to Noah. Swing, slaps it to left. Caught by Profar. Here comes the throw. Fires it into the infield. Head first slide, and the Mets have tied the game. 2-2. Bryce Elder. Not a bad throw by Profar, but it was going to be up the line. Had good speed on the throw, didn't have good accuracy, I guess I should say. So, new ball game, 2-2. Runner at first, 2 outs. Pete Alonso, the batter. And look out. Elder flips it over to first. Keeps the runner close by. Soto getting up, dusting himself off. You got to be careful here because he could double the score with one swing. Alonso, 28 home runs on the. Soto goes. The pitch, swing, bangs it down the third base line. It's 1. Soto had that base stolen with ease. If you're a Mets fan, you're pretty upset that he swung at that pitch. As he was making contact with the ball, Soto was sliding into second. That's how big of a jump he had. The 0-1. Infield back into the left. The pitch in the dirt, 1-1. One count. Tied at 2. 2 runs, 6 hits, an error for the Braves. The 1-1 high and inside to him. 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Mets. The 2-1 to Alonso. Swing and a miss. Here comes the throw. Down to second, and he is safe. So a 2-2 count. Elder spins around, chases the runner back. The 2-2. Alonso in the dirt, 3-2. Ball gets away, but not far enough. Soto won't test it. Payoff pitch coming on the way. Swing! That ball's hammered through the infield, coming through and scoring all the way from second is Juan Soto, and the Mets have taken a 1-run lead. Diving attempt by Nick Allen. That ball was scalded through the infield. And they take a 1-run lead, 3-2 here in the 6th. Elder at 79 pitches. But that's not really the issue. Elder seeing the top of the lineup the third time through, that's where he's getting burned. He doesn't really have the kind of stuff. And honestly, you think about this from a bigger picture, because everybody wants to give up on Bryce Elder. I don't think it would be a terrible idea to put him in the bullpen, because you would definitely ramp up his velocity. Anybody that goes in the bullpen gets a mile or 2 difference, and he could just pitch basically 2, maybe 3 pitches and come in. I really think that's something they ought to think about, because I don't think there's going to be a big trade market for him. You've seen a lot of guys who can't quite make it as a starter but ended up having great careers in the bullpen. Look at Shelby Miller. He used to be with the Braves. And Kranitz goes back to the dugout. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch on the way is down and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Jeff McNeil, the batter. Kerry, that's not the situation. The situation is they're not in the playoff hunt. So they don't have a day off till next Thursday. The 1-0. Swing, bangs it on the ground. Good play by Ozzie Albies. Diving stop, fires it to first, and that'll end the inning. Mets take a 1-run lead, but Ozzie keeps them right there. We'll be back in a flash. Nacho coming to the plate.
We listen and we don't judge. I'm 27 years old, and I didn't know condensed soup means that you had to add water to it. So I always ate it without water.
What's your name?
Isaac.
Isaac. What do you rate me out of 10?
I'm happily married, so I would not rate you.
Okay, so if you had to rate me, if you didn't have a wife, come on.
I'd be a 1. It's a little desperate, that's why. So. The most important person in my life is my wife, so she's number 1.
You guys like your salad dressing mixed in or on the side?
Don't matter to me.
Me either.
You guys aren't gonna eat salad, are you?
Not a chance.
No way. Throw these on a grill. If you burn them, we're going to have to eat salad.
He walks the fine line between being one of the most intense competitors that you've ever played with and then one of the biggest characters that you've ever played with. King of the practical joke.
Some of the things are funny unless they happen to you.
Some of those pranks are legendary.
You're not going to be disappointed.
They never mess with me much.
I never mess with anybody.
Yeah, I would watch them
I get this rap of all this stuff.
I mean...
I got a big base hit to win a ball game in the bottom of the 8th or something.
The young star of the Braves, Chipper Jones.
And we got these community showers. I was second one on the left. He was the third one on the left. He comes in, he was like, man, that was so awesome. You know, I could tell you were kind of setting that picture up. I'm so gullible that I'm thinking, wow, Greg Maddux is like picking my brain about hitting. And I can feel people in other parts of the shower kind of snickering. And I looked at them and then I looked down. Sure enough, he was urinating on my leg.
It was just good team fun.
No, it's just good team fun.
Everybody
right,
can share in.
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back. First pitch on the way as Rogers stays in the game. Down and in for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. 93 outside wide. 0-2. Nacho Alvarez, 0 for 2 on the day. Tyler Rogers just 5 pitches in. The 0-2 pops it up into shallow center field. Coming in, calling off McNeil is Mullins. He'll make the catch. 1 away. F8 in your scorecard. One up, one down. Nick Allen, the batter. He's 0 for 2 at the strikeout. Batting average has plummeted to 221. He's lost almost 20 points on his batting average the last few weeks. The 0-1. Outside wide slider, 1-1. One count. Braves trail by 1. The pitch on the way. Swing, slaps it over to first. Easy play. Alonso to Rogers. 3-1, 2 down. Two up, 2 down. We go to the top of the order for the Braves. You would think this would be the last batter for Rogers The two lefties due up, whether it's this inning or next. First pitch to Profar, 84 off the plate. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Swing, fouls it away. It's 0-2. Oh, 2 count. I'm glad to see you're okay, Jeremy. You know, I didn't know that. I don't know if anybody else in the chat knew. How long ago was that? The 0-2. Chopper. Third base side, barehanded by Beatty, fires it across the infield. Wide throw, and Profar will be on. I'd say that's probably going to be an infield single. We'll see how they score it. That was a tough play. Beatty was having to catch it barehanded and in one motion throw it with the speed of Profar.
Well, the jerks start calling. They're running out of you.
It's smart. It's a smart line, and a smart crowd will appreciate it. And I'm not going to dumb it down for some bonehead mass audience.
Rogers, well, no, looks like they may let him pitch to him. I thought for sure they would go get a lefty out of the pen. Rogers is getting a visit from the pitching coach. I believe that's... They have a couple, but I'm pretty sure that's Jeremy Hefner. So Matt Olson, representing the go-ahead run, stands at the plate. Runner at first, 2 outs. You got Brooks Raley and Soto out there in that pen. I would think Soto would be the one they would go to. First pitch on the way is a sinker outside wide. It's 1-0. Called for a strike, slider out there. 2-0. Or 1-1, excuse me. The 1-1 swing, chops it into the mitt. 1-2. Braves 2, Mets 3, top 7, 2 outs. Olson, 1 for 2 with a single and a walk on the day. The 1-2. Slaps it down the left field line. Fouling out of play. Thank you for the support, Mr. James. 1-2 count. Brings it. Swing, pops it out underneath it. High in the sky. That would bring rain if there were clouds. Making the catch is Mullins in center, and that'll end the inning. Braves get on but can't do anything with it. We will be back in a flash. It's time to get up and stretch, Braves country.
All right. I can't see you. Let me hear you. A 1, a 2, a 3. We out to the ball game. We out to the sky. Find me something up and crack the
Welcome back. First pitch swinging by Mullins is a lazy fly ball into left, making the catch is Profar for a quick out number 1. Bryce Elder is back out there. He's only at 82 pitches. And this is where we are in 2025. They're going to hope that he can pitch through this inning, keep the Braves in it. If it's a quick enough inning, he may be back out there for the 8th. They do have Daysbel Hernandez warming up, and he's been up for a minute. Pitch pops up high and out of the zone. Slider, it's 1-0. Daysbel has turned into the guy that they go to when they're behind. For lack of a better term, he's turned into the Rafael Montero. Earlier in the year, they were leaning on him in the back end. 1-0. Swing, pops it up. Can of corn. Who wants it? Ozzie. Calling everybody off, making the catch. Brujan is coming in. Out number 2. Brujan, I believe, was trying to call him off, but Ozzie called him off. That's a microcosm of what's wrong with this team. Right fielder should always be able to call off the second baseman. And for good reason, because he's coming into the ball and you're going backwards, is much more of a chance of you not just missing the ball, but for a collision. First pitch on the way is a 4-seam fastball to Beatty up top for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Bryce Elder. Too bad the deadline's passed. We trade him at the top of his game. 7 innings, 6 strikeouts, 2 earned runs. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country. It's the 8th inning, and you know what that means.
106 miles to Chicago. Got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
It's happy hour.
When wins become losses and losses become wins.
You guys going to happy hour? Yeah? Yeah, I'll come for a couple. Just a couple, though. Not like last time.
Okay.
Afternoon, everybody. I put my pants on, one leg at a time.
Guess what? I got a fever, and the only prescription is no...
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the Intercontinental Radio News.
You're in Braves country.
Everybody drink a beer. Salute.
Making it laws where you can't drink when you want to. Pretty soon we're going to be calling this country.
Oh, yeah. For me and the Lord, we got an understanding. We're on a mission from God.
Welcome back. The Drake is coming to the plate. Trying to win that Rookie of the Year. He's set to face the right-hander coming out of the pen, Helsley. First pitch on the way is high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. Ryan Helsley, ex-Cardinal, coming over in the trade. He's the one that famously bashed the tomahawk chop. Got up all in his feelings. The 1-0. Right there, P at the knees. 1-1. 1-1 count. Pretty much enemy number one in Braves country. And he's put on a New York Mets jersey. That is not helping him. 1-1. Swing, pops it up. Slider. Hanging up in the air, making the catch. Easy out for Nimmo. One away. Of course, the idea for the Mets is to have Helsley build it to Diaz. Braves have gotten to Helsley in the past, but that was when he was a closer. Even on the games where he's closed the games, the Braves tend to get him on the ropes. With a little less pressure on him in the 8th inning, we'll see how this goes. First pitch to Ozuna is a slider in the dirt. It's 1-0. He brings it triple digits. What up, Iron Lung? The 1-0. Down in the dirt, four-seamer, 2-0. 2-0 count. I don't even think I knew Iron Lung was in here. Righty-righty matchup. 97. Off the plate, but called a strike. That's been Mark Rippinger in a nutshell tonight. 2-1. The 2-1. Swing, slaps it. Down the right field line. It'll get out of play, evening up the count at 2-2. Tomorrow night, the Braves head to Cleveland. We'll take on the Drew Carries in a 3-game set. 7-10, 7-10, and 140 are the times this weekend. Of course, we got the doubleheader tomorrow night, too. We have the Dodgers and Padres. That should be a fun one. The 2-2. Up top misses 3-2. Dodgers and Padres are going to be fighting for the division. I believe San Diego's a game in front of Dodgers today. They have not been able to beat the Dodgers. That's been the biggest problem that they've had over the last year or so. The 3-2. Whoa! High ball 4. Good night, Irene. Just a bit outside. He'll head on down to first. That ball must have slipped out of his hand. Because I'm telling you right now, some of the first pitches by like 50 Cent are closer to the plate. So Marcel will head down to first. I would think they're going to pinch run for him. We'll see. Got to go check in down there at first. He's representing the tying run, and we are in the 8th inning. He will be pinch ran for. Let's see who they put in there for. I think it would be Luke. No, it's going to be Eli White. Makes a ton of sense because if it makes it back around, you want him at the plate and not Luke. So the book of Eli at first and Harris at the plate. Speed is on the menu. First pitch on the way. 102 down the pipe. It's 0-1. This would be a great time for Money Mike to clock one and give us the lead, wouldn't it? The 0-1. Slaps it towards left center field. That ball's going to get down where the green grass grows. Up against the wall. Book of Eli's booking. He's booking. Come on, baby. Come on. Knees and elbows. Knees and elbows. And the Braves tie the game. Money Mike coming through once again.
What they know about that?
God bless you, Mike. Keep your game tight.
Never know. You know what I'm saying? I got a little razzle-dazzle.
Got a fastball up, and he slammed it into the gap. Nothing better than shopping in the gap on a Thursday night, and the Braves have tied it up 3-3. So runner at second and one out. I'm starting to think that the Braves ought to just let Mike hibernate until the All-Star break. Figure out who's going to play center field from opening day till the All-Star break, and then bring Mike in the second half of the season. If we can get the contract altered, we could have him for the next 15 years. He once again, he's done this the last, 22 doesn't count because he came up that year, but the last 3 seasons, he's done this. He's cold at the beginning, hot at the end. First pitch on the way is a four-seam fastball high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. You remember when the Braves made the playoffs last year, he was the only one that did anything in that back half offensively. And in the series against the Padres. The 1-0. Swing, lifts it down the right field line. Get up, get up, get up! Off the wall. That's going to get down where the green grass grows. Here comes Michael around second, heading for third, diving into home, and your Atlanta Braves have taken a 1-run lead. Let's get it, Ozzy!
I'm the Wiz, I'm the Wiz, I'm the Wiz. I'm the Wiz and nobody beats me.
Hooked a bender down below the knees and just golfed it into the corner. From the left side, that really is his wheelhouse. He loves those pitches low from the left side. From the right side, about letter high, but that's where I thought he might have gotten that one. That's where he loves to hit it. First pitch on the way to Brujan is swung on and fouled straight back. It's 0-1. Braves lead this one 4-3. Top of the 8th, 2 runs have come across in this inning. There's only 1 out. Another run stands at second base. And we could need and use some insurance. The 0-1 chops it over to first. Alonso scoops it up, steps on the bag, steps on the pillow. 2 down. Ozzy makes it down to third on the play, but there are 2 outs. Nacho Alvarez will be the batter. Nick Allen standing on deck. You wonder if it gets that far, will they pinch hit? It would most likely be Sean Murphy. First pitch on the way, 99 at the knees. It's 0-1. I don't know if that's the play to do there because let's just spitball and say Alvarez walks here and you got a 1-run lead. I don't know if I want to take my best defender out of the game for a maybe hit from Sean Murphy, who's incredibly streaky. The 0-1, swing and a miss, it's 0-2. But he has stepped up in pinch hit roles and hit 3-run home runs, so I'm not going to hate it if they go that way. I just think I would like to have his glove. An 0-2 count. Runner at third. 2 outs. Nacho. First career matchup against Helsley. The 0-2. Swing, pops it up. Can of corn in the middle of the infield. Hopefully Helsley drops it, or the third baseman Beatty. Nope, he'll make the catch and that'll end the inning. But not for your Atlanta Braves. Put 2 on the board. Money Mike and the Wiz going to work.
What they know about that?
God bless you, Mike. Keep your game tight.
The fattest thing you ever did?
I ordered some food and it was so good to me. I wanted to have it again for dinner, so I reordered the same order an hour later, and it was the same delivery driver, so I asked my neighbor to go get my food because I didn't want them to know that it was for me twice.
My grandma had dementia before she passed away, and I'll never forget one of the last things she told me. She looked at me dead in the eye and she said, "You are the ugliest little boy I have ever seen." And that was like the last time she spoke to me.
What's your issue with seatbelts?
Seatbelts, I think it's just like I personally don't like them because I think, what if you got to jump out of the car and roll, duck and roll.
Roll Tide. What are some regular words that sound like they could be black names? I'll go first. Liquidity. There you go. Have a nice day.
Feeling when you send somebody a video that's 30 seconds long and they reply LOL like 3 seconds in, and now you don't know if you can ever trust them again.
And then there was the humor where we were playing in Tampa and Walt Weiss got hit.
And he gets plunked again. That's the third hit batter today.
This might be a retaliation.
Maddox is on the bench. He goes, "Hey, Walter." He goes, "Yeah, doggy." He goes, "Is it time?" He goes, "It's time." I said, "What's going on?" He goes, "I'm going to hit the first guy comes up." And I said, "Can you get the first two guys out first and maybe hit the third guy?" He goes, "No, I'd rather lose the game than respect to my teammates."
Well, we'll see if Greg Maddox has an answer for that.
So Canseco come up. He hit him in the knee.
Jose Canseco thinks that there was no accident to that pitch and is not very happy about it.
Here they come. Now they're gathering toward Maddox, right?
Maddox is trying to get the attention of Canseco.
Mad Dog looked at Canseco and said, "Walt told me to do it."
Welcome back. Bryce Elder fired 7 innings, 87 pitches, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, 3 all day. And they'll turn it over to the bullpen. Dylan Lee, first pitch on the way is a slider in the dirt. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Starlin Marte pops that one up. Shallow left center field. Making the catch in the Bermuda Triangle is Nick Allen. 1 down. Braves head on to Cleveland tomorrow. Doubleheader tomorrow night. We got Dodgers and Padres following this game. Or following the Braves Guardians, I should say. Saturday, 7:10 first pitch against Cleveland. 1:10 or 1:40 on Sunday, and then Monday a doubleheader. Braves White Sox. Right before that, the matinee will be Cubs and Brewers. First pitch on the way is a changeup on the outer edge. It's 0-1. Lindor was 5 for 10 in the series and hit a solo shot earlier in the game to take the early lead. The 0-1 slapped over towards left side of the infield. A dribbler through the hole. Here comes the throw from Allen. He's not going to get him. An infield single. He does the cha-cha. 1 on, 1 out. Good hustle across the board. Deep in the hole. That's where having someone with a little more range at third makes the difference. Not to mention the fact that I just noticed this. Nacho Alvarez got to get the hell out of the way. He stood up. It was almost in the line of the throw of Allen. Allen had to go over his head. First pitch on the way is a slider. They're highlighting it on the Mets vision. They're not. They skated over it on the Braves vision. You're not a spectator, Nacho. You got to get the hell out of the way. The 0-1. Soto chops it foul. It's 0-2. He turned back and was looking at Allen as Allen was throwing the ball over his head. Man, you got to dive under that. Pitch on the way is a swing and a miss. Strike 3, slider down and away. 2 down. Someone tell Tim to go in and out. I don't have time to type it. He's saying he can't hear. It's usually just the app, because we can hear it on our end. Nimmo comes to the plate, 1 on, 2 outs. Lefty. Dylan Lee's going to flip it over to first. Kicks and fires, down and away, slider misses, it's 1-0. Nimmo, 1 for 2 on the day. The 1-0, swing and a miss, 1-1, right there on the outer edge. Guess they have no interest in pinch hitting for Nimmo with the lefty, but they do have Tyrone Taylor and Mark Vientos on the bench. Both pretty good right-handed bats. The 1-1, swing and a miss, slider, 1-2. So 1-2 count. Kicks and fires. Down and away, slider misses, 2-2. He held up. Braves lead by 1, 4-3 your score. Bottom of the 8th. The 2-2. Swing. Hits it over to first, and Matt Olson will step on the bag, and that'll end the inning. Mets get 1 on, but other than that, they go down quietly. We'll be back in a flash. The Braves lead it 4-3. We go to the 9th.
Suspect is a 26-year-old female who thinks she's thick, but really she's just fat.
I thought this was a joke. Also says his pull-out game is strong, but I've been pregnant 10 times.
Okay, seriously, I can't help it that your reproductive system don't work.
Are you serious?
Suspect's 4'11" and looks like an Oompa Loompa.
Hello, I'm Dr. Richard here to tell you about my exciting new drug-free treatment for children with attention deficit disorder. This treatment is fast and effective and doesn't use harmful drugs. Watch closely as I apply treatment to the first child.
Sit down and study! Sit down and study! Hey, stop crying and do your schoolwork!
If you would like more information on my bold new treatments, please send away for this free brochure.
Armchair.
When you were younger and you'd only get hangovers from alcohol, but now you can get them from too much sun, too much food, not enough food, socializing too long, traffic, loud noises.
With Greg and his ways, it's amazing, that he didn't get beat up.
He was funny and unassuming, but on the mound, he cut your heart out.
So after 1995, they go to the World Series the next year against the Yankees, and Maddox is still pitching really well.
Go back and look at Game 2 that Greg Maddux pitched at Yankee Stadium. I mean, it's lost to history because they didn't win the World Series. That's one of the greatest pitched World Series games I've ever seen.
Double play ball. I think he was actually setting him up.
Just the way he would slightly move the baseball off the barrel of the Yankees hitters, time and time again.
Had him reaching.
Ground ball, ground ball, ground ball. Anytime you needed a big out, it was there.
He can chew you up and spit you out.
Just the artistry of that game, to me, was the definition of who Maddux was.
Welcome back. Time to kick this door open. Braves lead at 4-3. We need some insurance. Let's get a bloop and a blast here in the 9th. It's interesting. The Mets are bringing in Diaz, trailing by 1. First pitch on the way is 98 at the knees to Nick Allen. It's 0-1. Man, you talking about someone bringing a knife to a gunfight. Nick Allen versus Edwin Diaz. The 0-1. High and out of the zone, 1-1. He needs to just jump over the plate and hope the ball hits him. 1-1 count. Swing and a miss, four-seamer, blew it right by him. 1-2. Allen 0 for 3, batting just .220 now. The 1-2. Pops it back foul. We'll do it again. One thing I will give credit to Allen, typically, when he gets 2 strikes, he chokes up on the bat. So at least he doesn't have these delusions. The 1-2. Bang! Got him. Strike 3. That wasn't even fair. One away. You'll see some light hitting batters that will not choke up on the bat with 2 strikes thinking they're going to slam one over the fence. It'll drive you nuts. But at least he does choke up on the bat. You don't see it a lot anymore. First pitch on the way to Jurickson Profar is 91 inside. Did he go around? They check down the line. He did not. It's 1-0. Profar 1 for 4 on the day. 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1-1. One count. Outside wide 2-1. It just tickles me pink that whether we win this game or not, that Helsley once again is getting beat up by the Braves. 1 inning, 2 earned runs. The 2-1 fouls it back. He'll be in line for the loss if this score holds. 2-2 to Profar. Standing on deck is Olsen. That ought to be a good, fun matchup. Olsen versus Diaz. The 2-2. Swing. Hits it hard on the ground over to second. Off the chest of McNeil. Profar just kind of lightly jogging down there. He'll be out. 2 down. Get a little more pep in his step going down that line. He's probably going to beat that out, but I don't know if he was slow getting out of the box. I can't see that. So, Matt Olsen, the batter. First pitch to Matty O. 99 up top. It's 0-1. On deck is Drake and then Marcelo Ozuna if the Braves can keep the line moving. Braves lead by 1. Top of the 9th. 2 outs. The 0-1 from Diaz. Swing! That ball's belted down the left field line. Curving, catching the ball is Nimmo, and that'll end the inning. F7 in your scorecard. The Braves go down very quietly here in the 9th. We'll try to hold on for dear life with Diaz coming to the bump.
Woo-wee. Cold, ain't it? Have you had your coffee yet? That freshly brewed coffee every morning gets me. I'm moving in my cup. I'm moving. I think I'll have a donut.
Stop making the Christmas sweet smaller! They've reduced it to 550 grams. That wouldn't even get me started. You wouldn't even make a dog sick with that much chocolate. That would make a dog sick, by the way. I always forget some people on the internet are very stupid.
If your wife says some guy has a nicer truck than yours, smash yours into it. Be a man.
I'm gonna be 100% honest right now. If you don't have dog or cat hair on your clothes somewhere, I don't trust you as a person.
After 96, he's just putting up numbers that are going to lead to 300 wins and 3,000 strikeouts and Cooperstown and all of those things.
Gosh, I want to say that was a 7-year run. He had a 7-year run where he never missed a start and had an ERA barely above 2, averaging about 240 innings a year.
An overall brilliant performance. I don't know what else we can say about the guy.
And it sort of stayed the same in Atlanta. Greg Maddux was still a great pitcher, but not quite as great.
He is 37, and they do take their toll.
The Braves were still a great team.
10 straight division titles.
But a little bit of disappointment crept in.
The Atlanta Braves played 162 games, and everything went sour for them here.
It is kind of brutal. We only got the 1 ring, but the division titles, it kind of takes the sting out of only winning 1 World Series.
Congratulations to Greg Maddux, his 15th win first pitcher in Major League history to do that in 16 consecutive seasons.
The classic call of Braves country baseball. Welcome back. Eyeglasses comes to the bump, and he is set to face Pete Alonso, Rhett McNeil, and Mullins. First pitch on the way to Pete, swung on, ripped over to third, right at Nacho Alvarez, and out of ball, 5-3, one away. Hard hit ball, but right into the glove of Nacho. One up, one down. First pitch on the way to McNeil is right there at the knees. It's 0-1. Swing and a miss, four-seam fastball. The 0-2 count. Swing, slaps it back, foul, will do it again. 97 miles an hour. Where was this in April and May? Where was Marcell Ozuna in April and May? Where was Michael Harris in April and May? The list goes on and on. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. 98 miles an hour right down the pipe. 2 away. Mets are down to their last out. Mullins, who does have 16 home runs on the year, comes to the plate. First pitch on the way, changeup right there on the inner track. Yak 'em, it's 0-1. The 0-1 brings it. Swing, slaps it to center, drifting over, making the run and catch is that man, Michael the Hawk Harris, and Braves win, Braves win, your Atlanta Braves win. Whiskey for my men, beer for my horses. Your Atlanta Braves take 2 of 3 in Gotham. Your Atlanta Braves have won the season series against the Mets. They are now 7-3 against the Metropolitans. There are 3 more to be played in Atlanta. The worst they can do is 7-6 on the year. And we'll go ahead to Cleveland, face the Guardians, and see if we can make their life miserable. Time to play spoilers down the stretch. And your Atlanta Braves. We got the Phillies coming. We got the Guardians, the Marlins, and the Mets all in the next week and a half. It's going to be a fun ride in August and September. And oh, by the way, there's a chance that Ronald Acuna Jr. may be back tomorrow. They do think it could be this weekend. Player of the game. We're going to go ahead and give the player of the game ball to Ozzie Albies. 3 for 4 with the home run, 3 RBIs, but you got to give a tip of the cap to Bryce Elder. He went 7 innings, punched out 6 batters, gave up 2 earned runs, and though Dylan Lee will get the dub, Elder will get the W. He was in the game before we took the lead. So Elder goes to 5-9. Iglesias gets a 17th save of the year. And take 2 of 3. Playing some pretty good baseball. You never know. Huh? Come on, Braves country.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Yeah!
There's something kind of about a kid that's never played baseball.
It is the American game. That's just what it is. And actually, I can feel like I'm 15 when I'm talking baseball. I'm watching baseball. This is it. It does this. It can do this to any. It brings you back.
To the ball game, take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jacks.